he met a young lady who was just as horrible as he was. Her name was Lady Lavona Lavish. It was love at first sight. Lavona was just as rude, ignorant, and bad-tempered as he was, if not more so. She had become famous in upper-class twits for firing her maid out of a cannon to the next continent when her maid brought her a cup of cold tea. Her maid brought her a cup of cold tea, and then she put the maid in a cannon and lit up the bomb. Pooh! Bang! Whoosh! Ah! On hearing this story, Granville knew she was just the gal for him. He spent a fortune throwing a huge party at Grandossi Hall with mountains of caviar and rivers of champagne. It is always used in burping competitions as it is guaranteed to make the burpers burp dramatically. Are judged in 3 categories: volume of burp, length of burp, and most importantly, smell of burp. Instantly, the 2 twits were smitten, and within a couple minutes of meeting, they decided to get married. Fortunately for the child, Nanny was a kind old dear. She was round and squishy, perfect for cuddles. Nanny gave the boy all the love in the world, and then some extra. But what the boy loved the most was an old leather trunk full of clothes. This Nanny called the dressing up box. It was a treasure trove of old clothes that had been passed through the Grandossi family for generations. Old military uniforms, dinner suits, even ball gowns. As the boy grew up, he and Nanny would while away the hours with him dressing up to be all sorts of weird and wonderful characters. A wizard, a pirate, a knight, a soldier, a cowboy, a doctor, a jockey, a spaceman, a pilot, even a princess. The pair never left the nursery, but their adventures took them all around the world. The gardener would show him worms and bugs from the garden, and the chauffeur would take him for rides around the grounds in the family vintage Rolls Royce, like a really expensive car. As for Nanny, she loved him more and more each day, treating him as if he were her own son. Over time, Granville Jr. began to ask why he never met his parents. Lord Grandossi picked up a Yorkshire pudding and hurled it at the butler. It bonked him bang on the nose. Boink! Thank you, your lordship, said the butler. Snort, snort, snort. What should I do with the letter, sir? Read it for me, you buffoon. The butler cleared his throat and began. Dear Papa, I'm not your father, sputtered the lord. You must be twice, thrice, or even thrice my age.